Another crazy situation with Darrell Brooks in this video where he actually tells the judge, I'm far from an idiot. And he alleges that the prosecution is coaching the witnesses. And we'll break it down whether that's actually the case or not and whether that's even legal or not. Hey guys, Colton Richardson here, personal injury attorney and former prosecutor. Been in the courtroom many times, had many trials. And so we'll break down this situation with Darrell Brooks right now.
How are some of these answers allowed to pass when they're coming straight from reports made by the people on the stand? Very curious.
I don't understand your question.
I don't understand either.
I'm not sure what you're asking me.
What I'm asking is, reading from the report that the people on the stand are giving, the report that they gave to law enforcement.
If you're asking me whether there's a mechanism in the rules of evidence and how to establish that before the jury, the answer to that is yes. If you're asking me how you do that, I'm not going to answer that.
I didn't ask how. I just.
Yeah, so the judge is not going to teach you the law as they're going through trial. She's going to make rulings on certain situations, on certain objections, whether evidence can come in or not. But she's not going to tell Darrell Brooks, hey, you should object right here. This is how you object. This is what hearsay is, and this is when you should object to hearsay. She's not going to do that. She's not going to give him a law school crash course during trial.
To be blunt, which I've been since the beginning of this trial, obviously.
Yes, you have been.
I see the whole strategy here by the prosecution.
Look at his smile.
I see right through it. Don't have any cross-examination. Mainly because you've already schooled the people getting on the stand on how to answer certain things.
So what he's trying to get at is that the state has talked to the witnesses before they got on the stand. And is this normal? Is this allowed? Yes, it is. As a party to the lawsuit, you can talk to the witnesses before they get on the stand. When I was a prosecutor, I would talk to all the witnesses that I had before they got on the stand because I need to know what they were going to say, what their story was. And I tell them, hey, these are some of the things not to say. And those things I tell them not to say are usually things that are not allowed in trial and would actually cause a mistrial. So, for example, in personal injury cases, you can't say insurance. So I tell my witnesses, don't say insurance. Another situation is maybe one of the witnesses would say something about Darrell Brooks' criminal record that might not be admissible. But so you might tell the witnesses, hey, don't say anything about this. And sometimes if someone's getting up on the stand, maybe for the first time, you might want to tell them what it's like and calm their nerves some. So it's not illegal to, what he's saying, coach the witness. Not illegal to talk to them before getting on the stand, tell them kind of what kind of questions you're going to ask and where you're going. And so Darrell Brooks saying that they're coaching, that the prosecution's got it out for him and there's so much against him. There is, because he's on a criminal trial. That's what this case is about, is him. But it's not any foul play by the prosecutors to talk to the witnesses or coach them before they get up there.
That is completely speculative on your part without any basis in law or fact.
It's obvious.
Sir, you could ask questions that establish that. You can ask them if they've met with anyone. You haven't done that. So for you to say that right now is without basis.
And you can ask those questions. Once on cross-examination of the state's witnesses, he could ask, did you talk to anyone about testifying? Who did you talk to? What did you talk about? The only thing is you can't, if it's a witness to a party to the case, then you can't ask them questions discussions that they had with their attorney. But in this case, prosecution represents the state. So Darrell Brooks could ask him questions on cross all about what they talked about, how long they met, exactly what they said in their conversation, what the prosecutor said, what they said, all of that. But he didn't.
If you want to...
It's clear.
If you are looking to elicit what they said in the report, there is a way under the rules of evidence based upon the way the witnesses have answered to clarify that. But that requires you to call certain witnesses. I'm not going to give you any more legal advice further than that.
I don't think I have to call any other witnesses. If
you're asking me to strike their testimony based on your perceived,
I didn't say anything about that.
All right, then I'm going to bring the jury back out.
One of the hardest things about pro se clients is you don't know what they're trying to do. Like, I don't know what he's asking for. He's just saying, hey, I see right through the prosecution. They're coaching the witnesses. But, okay, what are you asking the court to do?
Back out, you're going to call your next witness. So I'm not hearing a request from you at this time. You said you wanted to raise a legal issue. What's the legal issue?
Yeah.
The legal issue is how is the state allowed to coach the
You're
people
assuming they spoke to them and coached them.
It's obvious. I'm not stupid.
Well, I disagree with that, sir. Again, you could ask questions to lay a foundation
all of a sudden the
with
state
these
don't
witnesses.
got, all of a sudden, for the first time in trial, all of a sudden now they don't got no cross. That's clearly a rush to try to get through the case. Hurry up. We just gonna let.
Sometimes the best cross-examination is no cross at all. So I don't know what his deal is.
These people go.
Well, this is argument.
Come on, man.
This is argument on your part, sir. It is pure commentary
I just want
at this
that on
point.
the record. I see through it.
Your
Nice
see-through,
but I see through it.
has
Nice try.
absolutely no basis in
Yeah,
fact.
I know that's what's being done.
You could
on, man.
ask these questions. You could
Come on,
ask
man.
these
Got-
witnesses.
He just called the judge man. Come on, man. Wow. Note to self, don't call the judge man.
right one.
Certain questions, and you're not.
I'm far from an idiot.
They're your witnesses, sir. If you believe.
So I'm gonna start asking every witness up here that they seem just to mysteriously now not have any cross for. Have they been coached to answer the way they answer? Because
Well, you can't ask that, but you can ask them if they've met with anyone ahead of their
find it
testimony
very
here
funny.
today,
I find
which
it
you've
very
done
funny.
with other witnesses.
I find it very funny that these are their reports, and now all of a sudden you can. Oh, I saw the person in the car. Oh, but
Mr. Brooks,
I
this
saw
is
them
an
reach
attempt
for
by
something.
you
Oh,
to
I don't.
delay these
I don't recall
proceedings.
what they had on.
Mr. Brooks,
You can
there's no
recall seeing
purpose
somebody
for you
reach
saying
something
this
and
right
don't
now.
know what they had on. I find that
All right,
very.
I'm having the jury brought
man.
out. I'm instructing you to
Come on,
avoid
man.
the commentary when the jury comes out, or you will
I didn't
forfeit
say-
your right to be
I didn't say
present.
nothing.
Before we do that, there's an issue that we do need to take up potential as to a witness by the name of Abel Lescano. He has prior criminal history.
Thank you.
So as long as the jury's out, we should probably discuss that. I would like to provide the defendant and the court with a copy.
So that had to be said. So it's the defendant.
That's not how it was said.
That was how I said. You want to run the record back?
Mr. Brooks.
So I'm the only one. I got one.
Mr.
I got one
Brooks.
ear that work, and I heard that.
This
Come
is
on.
I got one ear that work and I heard that. She called you defendant and you are the defendant. I don't. It's how she said it. I didn't hear anything wrong with it. He's making a big deal about all kinds of stuff.
to benefit you so that
No, it's
you
not.
understand
Ain't none of
your
this to benefit
witness
me, so let's be
has
clear
a
about
prior
that.
record.
Your Honor, when I leave the table, I'm away from the courtroom and I have to elevate my voice. This is the
So she had to
alleged
elevate her
record
voice
of Abel
just for that.
Lescano.
Stop talking.
Come on, man. Like, I don't know who y'all be thinking y'all fooling. I accept the value in return for value this document.
One more interruption and you're going to be removed to the next courtroom.
That's what you want to do anyway.
It's not what I want to do. Do not interrupt Attorney Opera.
So can
Your
you
Honor,
tell,
I
can you
believe he
explain-
has 7 prior criminal convictions via OWI second from 1990.
And so what she's bringing up right now, the prosecutor, is that there's actually a juror that's on the jury who has a criminal history. He probably didn't mention that he did during voir dire, which is jury selection. And so she's bringing that up now that they might want to get rid of him because of this, because he might have lied when they were doing voir dire. And so, but that's why they have alternates just in case something like this happens.
97, an OWI third from 1997, an OWI fourth from 2003,
Look at that face.
trespass to dwelling from 2006.
All right, I need to take a break. This man right now is having a stare down with me. It's very disrespectful. He pounded his fist. Frankly, it makes me scared. And we're
Oh my gosh. Darrell Brooks is crazy. Man, he pounded a fist at the end. He's getting a stare down with the judge. I, for one, have never seen a stare down with the judge. I have seen a water pitcher thrown at the prosecutor by a defendant. That's pretty crazy. But Darrell Brooks is going crazy. He's having a stare down, alleging the prosecution witness tampering and coaching, which coaching, there's no big deal. But it's Darrell Brooks fiascos are crazy. If you want to watch another one, click this video right here and we'll break down another Darrell Brooks video.